All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today, Andre Drummond update. He's currently in Los Angeles. Before we get into this video, if you guys enjoy it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really helps out my channel. Another Lakers video today, man. My Lakers video caught on yesterday. Finally, first one. Literally the first ever Lakers video to pop off happened yesterday, so I'm very excited. By pop off, I mean like 3,000 views, but I appreciate it so much. If you're watching this video, it means a lot to me. Hit the like button, hit the sub button, so we can just continue to grow. And I know I will probably not hit 10K before the summer, but I'm still gonna try for it. So Andre Drummond, he's in Los Angeles. It makes you wonder. It really does make you wonder. This isn't good for Brooklyn. This is bad news bears if you're the Brooklyn Nets. I really thought that Andre Drummond was going to go to the Nets. I still honestly think he's going to go to the Nets. I know the Mavericks are interested. They're like exploring possible deals. It just doesn't really seem like it's going to happen. I think Dallas would pursue him in a buyout. There's going to be a bunch of people trying to get this dude. You got the Mavs, you got the Lakers, and the Nets still as the favorite. And it's been reported that the Cavs are only asking for a second-round pick, but because of his contract, it's just really, really tough to do. So the Lakers, this makes total sense. This just makes total sense why you should get Andre Drummond, why you shouldn't get Andre Drummond. It's clear now. It really is clear. It shouldn't be up for debate. At the very least, if you don't want Andre Drummond, you should want a player, because the difference in the last couple of days is LeBron James got hurt. So they don't have LeBron James for the next 4 or 6 weeks. And Anthony Davis has been out for the last 5. He'll be reevaluated in about a week. So this team needs help, and they need help even if those two guys are healthy. So I love KCP. I love Caruso. I love Morris. I love these dudes. But there's no Rondo. There's no Green. There's no JaVale. There's no Dwight. They're just missing important pieces in my eyes. I know the THT. I get it. I understand. But still, they're missing pieces, but more particularly, they're missing big men pieces. They lost JaVale. They lost Dwight Howard, man. When you look at Andre Drummond, he's got a major work issue, but I'll talk about that in a second. This season, he's averaging 17.5 points, 13.5 rebounds on a steal and a half and a block. You look at his stats from last year, pretty much the same. Almost 18 points per game, 15 rebounds per game, 2 steals per game, and a block and a half. I think Andre Drummond gets a bad rap, and I'll be the first to say it. I've given him a bad rap sometimes because he's been on just dog teams. He's been on Detroit. He's been on Cleveland. These teams that have not been relevant in literally the time I've been born. Well, that's not true, but it feels like they haven't been relevant in the time I've been born. So, of course, you're not going to go out and try defense every single possession when your guards are getting burned every single play and they're crashing the paint and it's just Andre there. It's Andre on a one-on-one, 2v1 every single possession. So that gets old. And I would have imagined that has a reason due to Andre Drummond's laziness. If you watch Andre Drummond play basketball, you could make the assessment that you could easily say he's lazy, but he's also an absolute beast. I think he just needs to be on the right system. He just needs to be on the right team with the right teammates in the right culture, and Los Angeles is perfect. I'm not saying Brooklyn isn't as good either, but man, Los Angeles is perfect. You got Frank Vogel. You got a championship team with a championship culture. They've got that championship mentality. LeBron James is there. LeBron James makes every single person he plays with a better player. LeBron gets everybody paid. So I have a hard time imagining Andre Drummond on the Cavs wouldn't work. I have a hard time imagining Andre Drummond on the Nets wouldn't work because he's got James Harden, man. These are two really good passers. These are two really good basketball players just in general. So the trade deadline's Thursday. It's in a couple of days. And we'll see what the Los Angeles Lakers do. They're listening to offers for Trez. I still want them to try to get Beal. I think that would be nuts. I don't think that'll happen. But Andre Drummond to Los Angeles. I know these are crazy-ass rumors to just speculate, but hey, man, you really never know. You never know. And especially with the Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron James, you just really don't know. So I'm curious what would happen if this were to go down. Andre Drummond, I think offensively would just be a menace without AD and LeBron on the court. I think he would be an absolute menace. I think he would be exactly what they're looking for. I also think he's perfect defensively because I know he's not just like an absolute... The thing is, a lot of casuals just think Andre Drummond defensively is the best thing to ever happen. Like, they think that there's just not a better center ever. They've never watched an Andre Drummond game. They think his defense is just phenomenal. It's not. Neither is Trez's. But Andre Drummond, we've seen spurts where defensively he's just an absolute beast. And you pair him in with a guy like AD, you pair him in with a guy like Trez, they just complement each other. Either way, they're just going to complement each other because this is a championship team. They've got championship talent. Anytime you've got Anthony Davis, LeBron James on the court, whoever else is on the court with them, they're just going to help. It's game over. So Andre Drummond, it would definitely take him a while to get back into shape. The Lakers' season is getting interesting as they are without LeBron and AD. Is how far are they going to fall? Is it going to affect them? I don't think it's going to affect LeBron. I don't think it affects the Lakers one bit. I think the Lakers could be the 8th seed. I think the Lakers could play in a play-in game and still win a championship relatively easily. Anytime you've got LeBron James in the playoffs, you should be worried. You should definitely be worried. If you're an opposing team, you definitely do not want LeBron James in the playoffs at the same time as you. And you definitely don't want LeBron James on the same side of the bracket as you. We'll see what happens with Andre Drummond, man. Should know in a couple of days here. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think Andre Drummond's going to sign with the Lakers. Let me know if you even think he should sign with the Lakers. So just go ahead and leave where you think he should sign and why. And hit that like button, hit that sub button, like I said. And I'll see you guys later.